affect the team going into the next year, and to see the Patriots being clean like that, then them not being X'd off of that list, it looks good for them now. But with all the additions that are coming in, I think a lot of these additions have to understand when you play for the New England Patriots, and even now in the OTAs and mini camps, and you feel like you learn the system and you have a foundation of the system, there really isn't a system sometimes.
Yeah.
Because from week 2 to week 3, you may come in and you're not even in part of the starting lineup, because there's a different type of lineup in there where they feel someone else should be inserted. So there's a lot of things that happen during the season that the new additions will experience then.
It took Hogan 3/4 of the season before he really contributed, and then it came down the stretch like gangbusters. Right. Gillislee fills a really big set of shoes in Blunt, but I think he can do it. They got more backs really than they can keep when you add it all up. Offensively, it's a plethora of riches, including the return of Gronk. So it's on the defensive side that I have some questions. Coney Ealy did not have a good year in Carolina. Will he flourish in the Patriot system? You have to bet on that. But they lost Long, Sheard, Collier, and Jones, all of whom are great athletes. They replaced him, but let's see what happens at linebacker. Elandon Roberts, which is not a name that a lot of people know, is probably going to be a big figure.
But he's one of the guys they felt comfortable trading Collins away.
Exactly right. In the run game, he has to be a big figure in the run game. And then Van Noy and McClellan have to be a little bit more than specialized players, I think. They were just specialized players last year in a package that was terrific. But if they're going to win over the long haul, they have to be specialized players. And the young man that came over from Buffalo, by the way, they robbed Buffalo blind.
Without question.
Twice.
Gillislee
right.
and Gilmore.
Yeah. Gilmore has to play the Patriot way. He can't be up and down the way he was in Buffalo.
And he might have to understand, I mean, if he was all just, that's your guy, you got to guard him the entire way.
It worked that way, then.
It may be that way some weeks, but then maybe you have to make some adjustments. And also, when a Super Bowl champion retains one of their best players in Hightower, that was mentioned. I mean, to keep him, I think, was huge. That'll help out the linebacking.
Yeah, look, they did give up the fewest points per game last year in the NFL, which is overlooked and when you look at all the offensive star power. Keep your eye on this kid, Derek Rivers, the rusher they drafted out of Youngstown State.